Good rising, good evening, or good night. As I am going through the motions of YouTube, and so I'm big. I don't like this ring on my glasses. So I'm big on what we listen to while we go to sleep and like the subconscious playing in the background and kind of like reprogramming ourselves while we sleep. And I don't know if you're aware, but um, after 30 plus years of a file being created by the government, it is then released to the public for public knowledge. There are certain files, for example, JFK, Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination, like all of those type of things kind of need the president to release it. Um, Whereas 9/11 is coming up, and people are wondering whether or not that's going to be released. Now, I say all that to say, so the CIA documents have been released about like brain control and being able to tap into brain waves and energy and frequency and stuff like that. And I'm beginning not to trust a lot of the videos online that talk about subconscious and manifestation and 523, because once upon a time, these solfeggio frequencies weren't frequencies or sounds or binaural beats that people were tapping into that they really like. It wasn't a thing. Now I feel like it's a fad and everybody has a channel focused on manifestation, frequencies, energetic, codes, number codes. And I'm like, how do I know that you are the real deal? Like, I have certain people that I've been following for 10, 15 years, and they are the only videos that I would watch. But it's so discouraging because subconscious programming is a real thing. And subconscious programming, like, it could be the most beautiful video with beautiful sound and someone singing, but what's playing on a frequency that you cannot hear consciously, but only your subconscious mind can hear, can be extremely like it's programming you in a way that you're not allowing it to. And you gave it permission when you press play. And so it's a little disheartening for me as far as YouTube videos are concerned. I say all of that to say be careful. Like, this entire rant is basically to say, like, be careful what it is that you're listening to. And I can imagine that there's 1,001 different videos online with millions of views, but be mindful of who it is. There's a lot of faceless YouTube videos. There's a lot of AI generated. And recently I've been listening to some different YouTube videos, and it sounds like it's the same computer generated voice, the same person reading. And if you know anything about like lock and key, oh gosh, what is it? So it's a throwback audiobook channel that reads some of like the 1930s and 1960s and um Shoverson and Max John C. Maxwell. Like, it reads a lot of the like back when How to Win Friends and Influence People books were just coming out, Who Moved My Cheese, Robert Kiyosaki's, like, when those were really coming out and really becoming popular, they became audiobooks that were being read on YouTube. And this one man has a very distinct voice. And I feel like they copied or are copying his voice to make it more authentic than what it really is. And if you pay $100 a month for any AI subscription, you can recreate these on your own and create a motivational ebook that you can read that says XYZ. So I created several motivationals. And so there's different layers to it. I worked with my audio engineer in order for you to hear the bells, for you to hear the singing bowl, for you to hear my voice. But then underneath are words that you can't hear, that boost your affirmations, that boost your subconscious programming. And because of my intentions, I intentionally, like, I wanted you to be healed. I wanted you to be loved. I wanted you to be, you know, the best version of yourself. But even though those were my intentions, I'm not necessarily sure on other people's intentions. And so I feel like the only YouTube videos I can watch right now for manifestation, for energy code is me. And that's like, it's so annoying. And if there's anyone that you know that has been around for a while that is not faceless, somebody that you trust, please share it with me because I feel like I have so many options and I don't trust any of them. So I'm not gonna, I feel like it's the food options right now. Like you go to the grocery store, you look on the back, and all of it says is bioengineering product. And it's like, I'm not eating this. And then you go and you pick up something else and it says bioengineered product. And you're like, I'm not eating this. And I feel like that's the same with like my YouTube options right now. And I'm just going and it's just like manifestation, subconscious programming. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are, what you do. I don't trust you. Some of the things that I'm currently listening to as I sleep are shamanic, like people who create music in the middle of the woods, drummers, um, my dude with the singing bowl and the cat, um, my own. I have a it's not a I have a playlist, and in that playlist so I've made 3 manifestation videos over the course of 5 years, and those are the ones that I'm currently listening to, and I feel like I need to make more just so I have more options to listen to stuff because of how much I don't trust other people. What do these comments say? Baby Prince. No, so it's not Elon Musk Neuralink. It's so if you go to let me just Google it. All right. So what is it called? The CIA subconscious subconscious programming. Subconscious Programming PDF. It's the analysis and assessment of gateway process. Um, and so let me see if I can really quickly. Monroe Institute of Applied Sciences. This was approved for release on September 16th, 2003. I'm going to download this CIA report. I'm going to go to Anthropic. And Anthropic is Claude. And I do pay $100 a month for Claude's Anthropic because I love the motto. I think it's super, like it's clear, it's concise. It is, I use it to help edit my book because I'm working on my second book right now. And this is good. Claude for Excel, they just updated it. So I'm gonna add this CIA and ask it to uh, review the document and give me bullet points of the I cut my nails, y'all, all of them. I took them off after this one broke my heart. Like it's still I never had an appreciation for nails the way that I do because that meat under your skin is so sensitive. All right, so reviewing the document and giving bullet points of what the idea of it is. So The Gateway program document consciousness extends beyond the physical reality. The program operates on the premise that human awareness can access the non physical realities that exist outside of ordinary waking perception, drawing on traditions from Satori to modern brainwave research. So, binaural audio technology can shift the brain state. And so, the Robert Monroe's frequency response, the FFR system, uses layered sound patterns, exactly what I was doing with my listeners. Is exactly what they're talking about. So, layered sound patterns to synchronize brain hemispheres to guide participants into progressively altered states of consciousness, not through hypnosis, but through distinct brain wave processes. So, the program uses a structured, graduated focus level system. Participants move from number stages, and I don't know if you're familiar with Jose Silva's. And so Jose Silva talks about how people who tapped into his program were like, I don't know where my ticket is. I don't know where my ticket is. They sat, they meditated, and then they were like, okay, I know exactly where my ticket is. So when you think about meta glasses, so your brain at any given moment is able to pick up like millions upon millions of bits of information, but what we remember is less than like 0.5% of that information. For example, I'm sitting here talking to you now. My brain is looking at everything that's on the screen, everything that's in my peripheral, the faces that Prince is making, everything that's going on over here. Elgato runs up, it sees that. But what it's focused like everything on my nightstand, everything in the meditating chair. I'm focused on everything here. Then the pop-ups that are popping up all over my computer, what's going on in my phone. This is millions per second bits of information all over the place that your brain is taking in, remembering, processing. And through your consciousness, what you're able to like actually absorb or hold on to is what stays with you and what you can regurgitate. Now, Jose Silva's ideology is all of this stuff that you've gone through throughout the day, just like a meta glass, has been picked up in one way or another. It's been recorded by your brain. What's been held on to or what's been remembered are bits of that information. But if you sit, meditate, and bring yourself into a state of consciousness and say, okay, when's the last time my brain, not my memory, not my awake consciousness, but my subconscious, when was the last time my subconscious saw that ticket? And you allow yourself to get into that brainwave of the subconsciousness, and your subconscious is like, okay, I remember I put the ticket in the suitcase, in the flap, and it fell out. And when it fell out, it's underneath the blue t-shirt on the left-hand side. Now, mind you, had you just thought about that, you're like, "Oh, I know I put it in the flap. Like, I know I put it in the suitcase in the flap," but you're not thinking about the time that you went into the suitcase to grab something else, and when you went in there, it fell out of the flap. In like, it's little nuances like that. Um, like, for example, uh let's say, for instance, you were thinking about something, you was just like, I know XYZ is on the table. Let me put it in my purse to make like you have to drop off an envelope at the post office. And you're like, let me grab that envelope and put it in my bag now, or I'll forget about it. And then later on that day, you walk out to the car, you make it to the post office, and you're like, damn it, I knew I should have put that envelope in my pocket, in my purse when I thought about it. It's like in those moments when your brain tells you to do something, it's like message. And now more than ever, when my brain's like, we should do this, I'm like, yeah, let's do it now, because I've been through way too many experiences where if I don't listen to myself, I don't end up doing the thing that I knew I should have done at a later point in time. Going back to the level focus system, participants move through number stages, focus 10, 12, 15, from deep relaxation, body asleep, mind awake, to expand energy states to experience where ordinary time and space reportedly lose significance. Personal growth is both the method and the goal. Advancing through the levels requires participants to confront repressed emotions, emotional material, overcoming homeostatic resistance, the mind's tendency to maintain its current equilibrium, and fear barriers. The work is framed to applied sciences, not mysticism, which is amazing because once upon a time, all of that was just mysticism. All of that was like the magic of life versus it actually being a science. It used to be a pseudoscience where like people who could move things with their brain, the telepathics, the like all of those things. And I think that's where what's the show that I don't like that's like really scary that has the monsters that try to kill people?
I don't remember.
And it has the girl, and the girl turns into a monster. And you were like, but dad watches it. And I'm like, but you don't need to watch it.
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. So I feel like I don't watch the show, but like the little bits and pieces that I picked up on it make me feel like Stranger Things taps into the government's ability to reach out. And you can believe me or not, a lot of people talk about things like there's this one woman on TikTok that said that she used to have a job with the government. And the reason why she got a job with the government is because they put out a frequency looking for people that could read minds and be able to like see the future. And there was seers, seer, seers. And so she got a job because they put a frequency out. She tapped into the frequency and was like, I need to log into XYZ, logged into XYZ, coming to find out it wasn't just a dream or her mind or something crazy. It was the actual government to see who was going to pick up on this frequency. And she got a job that way. There's plenty of like psychics and other people that have gotten jobs on the federal, state, and like local police levels because of their psychic abilities. And so the other thing that I wanted to CIA, um, what is it called when you dream and you go into it's not ketosis, that's a whole different thing. Lucid, CIA lucid dreaming documents. And this is like, mind you, I just want to be very clear. I'm getting these documents off of the CI like .gov. I'm not on Wikipedia pages. I'm not on people's like individual websites. These are documents from CIA.gov. So I just wanted to be clear. And I said all of that. And this one is so this is Science Applications International Employee, an employee owned company, the Cognition in Lucid Dreams from December of 1991. And it was approved for release in August 8th of 2000. And so going back after 30 years of, you know, they figure after 30 years, you don't give a fuck about this. You're not gonna care about it. Like no one's looking up these documents. And so I'm really and it's supposed to be redacted. And so it's supposed to be like free range for you to come and see. But as you can see, it's been well over 30 years since the murder of JFK, the murder of Martin Luther King Jr. And they feel for the greater good, it's best if society doesn't know the truth. And so a lot of those documents are still redacted. Let me see if there's any additional questions. No. And so I downloaded this document, CIA DRP 96, uploaded it into Anthropic. But this what is the no, this is the other one. Um, review for
When the sun comes up tomorrow, you're still by my side. Okay, so here are the key thesis points of the cognition in lucid dreams from the CIA's website. Can anomalous cognition occur during lucid dreams? The study asked whether people who become consciously aware they are dreaming can access information about a remote target through non-sensory means, essentially testing ESP within the dream state. Dream based AC has deep historical roots, but limited controlled studies. The Maimonides Medical Center ran its first serious experiments in 1962 through 1972, in which a sender concentrated on target image while a sleeper dreamed. Independent judges found statistically significant correspond. Lay down, close your eyes, go to sleep now. Between the dream content and targets across multiple series. Previous dreamers were passive. The study makes them active. Earlier subjects simply slept and reported on the dreams afterwards. This protocol trains participants in lucid dreaming so they can intentionally seek and attend to the AC target while dreaming. Lucid dreaming is psychologically verified. Labarge research demonstrated that lucid dreamers can signal the waking world through predetermined eye movements during the confirmed REM sleep, proving the state is real and measurable. Again, this is a CIA government document from a government website talking about lucid dreams and people being able to travel in dreams and focusing on real life, like the ability to leave your body in a lucid dream and go to where they want you to go to find out information. So, I say that to say I am terrified about what I'm watching on YouTube and what I'm listening to throughout the night subconsciously, knowing that that was 1967, right? Was it 1967? 1962 to 1972. We are in 2026. You don't think the technology has improved 1,000-fold from 1962? And so if you have any YouTube videos that you do trust or any content creators that you do trust, please send them to me because I am struggling with exposing myself, my son, my family, because I do like I listen while I'm cooking, I listen while I'm cleaning, I'm listening while I'm working in the background on a low frequency. So subconsciously, my brain, like every single time you watch TV and all these commercials come on, now all of a sudden you're wondering, like, oh, do I have XYZ? Because I see this commercial so much. Now, all of these symptoms that people have are symptoms that I feel like I have. And you are subconsciously believed to think that you have this thing that you probably don't even have, but as a man thinketh, so she is. And so all of a sudden you've now created yourself into an ailment or having an illness that you previously didn't have, but the brain is so strong that the power of life and death is in the tongue. As you think, what you say is what you start to believe. So please be mindful on what you allow to enter your ears, enter your mind, enter your eyes, enter your skin, the lotion that you put on the biggest organ on your body, the toothpaste that you brush your teeth with, the food that you ingest. Like, all of this plays a role into your health, your well-being, and your mental health. But if you want something that you can trust, I'm telling you right now, I want nothing but the highest and best, and the different layers of um, frequencies that I play. And the three that I do have are very intentional and helping you walk into your power, your individual power, calling back your individual power, and living your highest and best, truest form of yourself. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day.